Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationship with ourselves first, okay? So we can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves. But it comes with managing our emotions so we can identify our intuition, all right? Because it comes with spiritual wealth, spiritual health, but it comes from the essence of love, all right? Loving self, loving others, loving beings, loving planet, loving God. And we're looking to balance, all right? So the energy we're looking at to create this situation is someone feels like within their energy they've lost a peace of mind, maybe because there's a Seven of Swords, all right? But someone's running away for personal freedom, okay? So please use your intuition because someone seems to be stealing, cheating and trying to get away with it. So take caution by using your intuition and be aware of others, all right, and their actions, all right? There seems to be a material loss at the moment, but make sure you're being honest with yourself, all right? Because someone's carrying embarrassing secrets. Someone's trying to run away with it, but they've been seen though. They've been lying about growth. They've been slandering behind a group of people, smoke and mirrors. You're looking at confusion about maybe a message, information. Because the Seven of Swords is about theft, betrayal, someone being very dishonest, someone trying to get away with it. And because of this, someone's lost a peace of mind, you know, or even their personal freedom. Because now maybe other people are watching their actions. Someone's running, but speed has come along now. Because someone has clarity. Maybe a Knight of Wands. Because now you see the passion of someone's soul. Because the mind has been connected to the soul. So now someone feels very restless. Because events require immediate action. So someone's running very fast. First they were running by feet. Now they're running by the soul, the spirit. Because now they trust their intuition. And they're staying very focused when it comes to the soul of the self. So someone's on the spirit, all right, on the soul's back, with a very passionate relationship with self, all right? Remember, you have to have a good relationship with yourself first so you can recognize your emotions. And then because someone's recognized their emotions, they're loving themselves. Now they understand somebody was lying, okay? So make sure you're very honest with yourself, okay? Because now we look like someone's running forward very, very fast into a romantic situation. Maybe someone's coming out of a romantic situation because it was a lie. But someone's running into a romantic situation, looking at flirtatious. Somebody wants to come in very flirtatious. Someone probably done some introspection. Because maybe someone played on someone's insecurities. So now we're like maybe looking at frickle. We're looking at falling in love, you know. Maybe someone felt like they want to come in and sweep you off your feet. We're looking at a sudden affair. And also we're looking at a lack of balance. This is why there's fast movements, moving away from the situation. Because maybe there's a situation or a topic that's making the heart flutter. Maybe someone loves art or poetry. Okay. Okay, so now we're looking at the energy. All right. If someone feels as if the collective reading or watching this, I should say, someone feels you're very generous, very practical. You're the walking lesson of service. Someone thinks you're very gorgeous, all right? But we're looking at maybe materialistic. Somebody very, very materialistic. This is why they were lying, stealing, cheating, trying to get away with it. They were using passion and confidence, all right? With confidence, I should say. All right, to create an immediate action, and it was through romance, flirtation. But someone feels like you have the ability to make anything beautiful because you're beautiful inside and out, all right? So there's a love of family. They feel like that you love your family, your home, your family loves you very much because you're very practical about how you proceed when it comes to investments, groundship, nurturing, being a very good mother. There seems to be a love of art and beauty, all right? So some people love art and poetry, beauty. So maybe looking at the arts as well. So then we look at something very sensible to approach. Someone's gone within and now they feel like they've lost a peace of mind. Someone spent some peaceful meditation and some meaningful solitude, maybe an Aquarius person. So now you're seeing that you're shining the light from within yourself. You're an example to others. So now you're seeking out, or you're becoming a very good spiritual mentor, all right? Because someone's doing some self-discovery and they're very passionate about it. So that's good. Have the confidence because someone's gone within. So when you do the hermit, all right, it's all about your own personal truth. So someone was a truth seeker and someone was seeking the truth about a lie, all right? So now we've seen the lie. We've seen someone trying to get away with it very fastly, All right, it could be a Queen of Pentacles, but someone sees you as a Queen of Pentacles, okay? Because they see you as going within. You seek yourself, you seek the soul, you seek the soul, you seek your purpose, okay? So now we're looking at clarity, all right? Now we're on the quest for a personal truth. We've seen our personal truth. Now we're very passionate, and because we've had a foresight. Now our ships are coming in, all right? So now we're planning for a long-term abundance, all right? Because now you are grounded. Someone feels like you're very grounded, all right? Maybe someone was looking at past issues when it comes to abundance, but there's always pride before the fall, all right? So don't forget, there's always success with your labor, all right? So be patient and decide what's next, all right, collective? Because maybe you're looking to balance, or someone's juggling a romance, all right? But you're working very hard. We can see you have multiple jobs going on, okay, my darling? Maybe you take care of yourself. Make sure you balance your emotions and identify your intuition to bring about your fun when it comes to life. Someone's juggling multiple priorities, all right? Or maybe someone's seeking to balance what's hidden, a budget, all right? Maybe someone sees you as very reliable. Somebody's looking at you, all right, and wants to come in very reliable. They see you very loyal, dedicated. They want to come in and protect you, maybe. Maybe someone looks at you, all right, as someone they can learn from. You look like there's apprenticeship going on as well. Someone's planning very carefully before taking any action. All right, my lovelies. So maybe then things can going. Remember, until then, I should say, patient man, rise donkey. Please, collective, pay attention, all right, to the details. You might be getting a contract or a letter, all right? Make sure you pay attention to the small words and not just the small print, my lovely, the meaning of words, all right? What's the meaning behind these things, all right? So wait. Maybe someone's waiting for a perfect timing because someone sees you as a guardian angel or someone who wishes over you. All right, or watches over you, I should say, wishes over you. Because I see someone's focusing on the negative, unfortunately. All right, so someone's gone within, and the main character here is the Queen of Pentacles, focused on the negative, all right? So things are not turning out their way, who cares, all right? So now you've found a way. Someone feels like they're in anticipation because someone's missing out opportunities, all right? Somebody wants forgiveness from themselves or from others, but everything happens for a reason, all right? But look for the hidden blessing, all right? Looking at choices. Someone's looking for a long-term, maybe partner, but embrace true love, my darling. Go deep within yourself. Go deep into your emotions, all right? Someone's looking at your very intimate friendship. Somebody wants to make a choice from the heart, all right? Remember, the heart is the seat of the soul. So they feel this vibration, all right? Maybe somebody wants to recover from health, all right, or from an illness because they were planning a long-term, passionate, maybe too promiscuous, all right? We're looking at a romantic energy. Somebody wants to balance with you, my lovely. Somebody wants to come in loyal and dedicated. Somebody probably wants to come and protect you, all right? So we're looking at paying attention to details because guess what? Justice is here. Okay. So now we're looking at working very hard, all right? Because we see maybe there's partial and objective going on. You have to stand up for what you believe. You have to do self-reflection. Someone's doing, all right, the weighing of the heart. Is it as light as a feather or heavy as a stone? So try to see all sides of the situation, okay, when someone comes in loyal, all right? So now you're in a win-win situation, my darling, okay, because one has great integrity. Unfortunately, when it comes to maybe a Queen of Pentacles, someone that you know is burnt out by the soul because maybe no one wants to be dedicated to this person because they made a very unwise choice, all right? Because now someone's laughing and maybe looking back at Tyree to thinking there's a better way, but they were sadly mistaken, all right? So the better way to make you happier, so avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives, all right, my lovelies? Okay, so some of you working too hard. Don't forget to work and play at the same time, all right? Too many hours, all right? You need to balance your life. That's the main energy. Have that insight of using your right energy, right intentions, and right actions, okay? Because we're going back to the old time, using our intuition for our ships to come in. Some of you could be trading, all right? So be careful. You could be trading with a traitor by using romantic flirtations, all right? Someone has frickle or maybe insecurities, okay? But someone looks at you very abundant, or you could be around a bunny boiler. All right, so be careful. Someone looks like they're doing architecture or they're doing agricultural farming, it looks like here. Somebody was dedicated to this, but unfortunately they made an unwise choice when it comes to that situation. Maybe they see that there's a better way that will make them happy. Someone trying to avoid someone because someone doesn't have any integrity. All right, so try and avoid people that don't have integrity. All right, because you will win if you are in a position of integrity. Okay, so embrace your true love, which is yourself. All right, go deep. All right, somebody wants to go deep with you. We see intimate friendship. All right, somebody wants to make a choice from the heart. We're looking at vibration, health, we're looking at recovery, and we're looking at maybe with Aquarius. All right, somebody probably wants to heal a situation with Aquarius person. We see a masculine running very fast. All right, because maybe they've lost the peace of mind. All right, or they feel like they need their own personal freedom. So someone's running, all right, for freedom because someone's falling from grace. Okay, or someone's running towards their wish fulfillment. All right, but use your intuition because you look like you're pouring love into yourself. Okay, once you spend that time, that peaceful meditation, you pour spirituality within yourself and then you pour it out to the community. All right, and then you can get good karma come back to you. Somebody wants to heal. All right, maybe a situation where they went into something very promiscuously. They played on someone's insecurities. All right, because they wanted practicality. They wanted a materialistic life. All right, and the ability to have all the beautiful things, okay, like family, home, but it was a lie. Someone was looking for material loss. So now we're looking at Two of Cups. Somebody wants to run forward to a Two of Cups, two-minded people, two like-minded people, okay, because we're looking for the energy, all right. We're going for an expansion. We're expressing ourselves when it comes to our social life or our friends. All right, we found someone where we can have joint activities, group expression. We're looking at hope, we're looking at inspiration, we're looking at healing, we're looking at the Two of Cups. Okay, Two of Cups is all about a romantic love or partnership. All right, Two of Cups was sent down by God. All right, it's the Lion. The only way you can get a Two of Cups, okay, is you open your heart. All right, and you allow the soul to sit within your heart. All right, you've got to be very passionate about yourself, confident. All right, but someone's looking into something. Maybe someone's spying or looking into a Queen of Pentacles, or someone's looking at you as a Queen of Pentacles. All right, we see someone's very studious about a romance. Okay, somebody probably wants to come in very fastly. Okay, they probably want to write a poem to you. Okay, or someone wants to do some love art to you, an expression of creativity when it comes to falling in love. But we're looking at someone sweeping you off your feet, my darlings, all right? But someone's spying, very curious about you because you're probably on the internet creating your own world, okay? So now someone sees you as very generous, all right? Someone sees you as very practical while you complete your success. You're going through your cycle of victory, okay? We can see that you've got the power, you've got the strength, all right? Using your third eye or your spiritual self, all right? Because you can see that you are wrapped up in spirituality, my lovely, because now you're looking at going within and seeing justice. You found time, you spent time for yourself, all right? You allowed God to wear your heart. God wears everybody's heart, my lovelies, all right? And they realize that you are a star, okay? But someone's lost the peace of mind over you, okay? They see you have your own personal freedom, okay? And now someone is very cautious and aware of you or of others and your actions, all right? Someone feels like they've lost material loss because you've healed, all right? What's your business got to do with their business? Only they know, my lovely. All right? Because now you look like the Knight of Rods. Knight of Rods underneath that Knight of Rods. Maybe a fire sign is looking, all right, to spend time at peaceful meditation with a Aquarius person. Maybe he feels like you've lost a peace of mind, would like to heal and bring in fairness, balance, truth. Okay? Because very passionate. All right? Very passionate person. Maybe planning for a long-term situation when it comes to abundance. All right? From a last choice or a past choice. Maybe he's looking at a lawsuit or legal activities from a past choice, from a lover that he embraced, thought it was true love, maybe deep, intimate friendship, maybe. Or it's a past lover, actually, that's coming back, maybe want to come and talk to you because he feels, or he or she feels, but it's a man, masculine right here, feels wounded, works too hard, got multiple jobs. Now you're looking at the wounded warrior. He needs to put up some healthy boundaries when it comes to his romance, when it comes to his flirtation. Someone's gone within, all right, and seen that they need to put up healthy boundaries, and they've got the strength and ambition, all right, to heal maybe the insecurities, all right, because now we see a sudden love affair. Maybe there was a sudden love affair at work with a Queen of Pentacles, but somebody wants to work with you. Maybe work and love at the same time, but we're looking at how dedicated you are to your craft. Someone thinks that you're beautiful when it comes to your craftsmanship. All right, they love how practical you are, of how you're working with the mind, body, and soul, with the spirit. Someone's watching on the internet, okay, and they're paying close attention to you. All right, they like how you're planning carefully before you take action. All right, and then you just get going. Someone's paying attention to the details. All right, and waiting maybe for a perfect time to come in. All right, but someone's made a very unwise choice when it comes to their thoughts, when it comes to work, when it comes to love, when it comes to choices. Someone's made a very bad choice, but you can heal from the situation. All right, so someone's making an ending. Someone's ending a past situation. All right, someone spent time, a peaceful meditation on their own. They're seeing the meaningful of life. Okay, they're seeing the shine, the light within themselves. You see the star in you, my lovely. We all have the star within ourselves. Okay, just go deep within and do introspection. Seek the truth. Be a truth seeker. Okay, or walk in love, talk in truth. Okay, and now you'll always go through like, you'll pass people that like to focus on the negative. Maybe someone's ending, focus on the negative, all right? Maybe things weren't turning out the way they wanted it to, basically, all right? Because now we understand maybe there was a love choice, all right, that wasn't good. It was about stealing, cheating, trying to get away with it. Maybe someone wants forgiveness from you or from others, but everything happens for a reason, all right? You've got to look for the hidden meaning. We're going for a spiritual transformation, all right? Because someone's worried and anxiety about a love choice, maybe about a Gemini person or Aquarius person, all right? Maybe their karmic is up worried because they want to come embrace love so deeply, intimately. Maybe this was a friend that acts like a frenemy, all right? But was a frenemy, but acts like a friend. But I'm looking at making a love choice from the heart, the vibration, from healthy choices, all right? We're recovering from maybe a bad illness. Maybe someone wants to recover from anxiety of thinking about a lover, nightmares, worry. But I'm looking at impartial objectiveness. Someone's standing up for what they believe. Maybe a fire sign person, looking at balancing, and an air sign person. Maybe standing up for a spiritual romantic journey, maybe. So now we're looking at a pedestal, balance. We're looking at Libra, maybe. Maybe someone's looking at a legal matter, especially when it comes to spirituality. Someone's in spiritual court. Someone's heart's being weighed, okay? A past love choice, but now we're bringing in justice anyway. Yeah, because the soul is alive, the soul has got sparkling ideas, and the belly has the fire. Oh yeah. Now we're looking at new projects. Someone's very inspired, all right, by you, or someone has the urge to create, okay? So now you're looking at impartial and objective, okay, when it comes to projects. You understand that someone made a very unwise choice. They were very loyal and dedicated. Someone at work, maybe a Queen of Pentacles. They wrapped up that. That was a last completion. Maybe that just tied one or two loose ends over there with a Queen of Pentacles. And now we're looking at a love choice. Maybe a love choice, all right? They were working with, maybe on agricultural, maybe they were working on land. They were working on some form of dedication when it comes to someone learning. Someone was learning about land, agricultural feelings, insecurities. So now we're looking at a love choice, and it feels like there's a better way that things can make you happier. You have to avoid people who lack integrity or have inquestionable motives when it comes to work. And someone feels that they have to tie one or two loose ends over Queen of Pentacles because someone's working too hard on lies and not working on being practical to bring in money, to bring in ideas, to bring in, the mind is too much on lying, stealing, cheating, trying to keep up with that side. So there's an imbalance. So now we're looking for the need for balance now in one's life, all right? So someone wants to come in. So you have to admit to yourself when you need help, okay? Especially masculines, they always suffer when they need help. They like to stay in silence, and that is wrong. You'll go, it's not good for your mental health, all right? I can see a lot on someone's mind, all right? Maybe someone sleeps with their hand on their head. They got a lot of wisdom, got a lot of knowledge, but someone seems a little bit clouded. They got the plans, they got the structure, they got the foundation, but it seems like they need help. They have the tools, but not the right people, all right? But don't let your health problems Let other people help you. You don't want to create health problems for yourself due to stress, all right? Could be talking to a Leo person, okay? Or an Aquarius person. Maybe a Leo person has way too much burdens. He feels like he's had a missed opportunity. He has regrets. Maybe he's making a decision. He has clarity and a pathway to a Queen of Cups. Someone very loving. A Queen of Wands, okay? Oh, Queen of Cups, and it could be two separate women, or someone had two choices, and they're saying a Queen of Wands, or maybe a Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, because that's someone very creative at work, acting like they're creative, but it was a lie. So now you're looking at the Devil. Maybe you have a situation where someone's very pushy, demanding, overbearing, very vengeful, tells a lot of lies and the fears in the air. You've got to stick up for yourself. You've got to stick up for yourself because you're a fire sign, all right, or a Taurus person, looking at investments, looking at putting away the old and focus on the seeds. You are a gardener. Plant your seeds, but from the heart. Yeah, make your voice be heard. Take that leap of faith. Maybe you've seen that now we have the King and Queen of Cups, all right? So I knew it was a fire sign woman that's very bushy, demanding. So I'm saying these women are so pushy when it comes to the soul of the self, but they get helped by masculines or family. Let's take all that away. Let's see how pushy and demanding you'll be now. So you're looking at a King of Cups, revealing things maybe because there was a conflict with the King of Cups when it comes to love and support at home. Someone's being blocked from a home because someone has insight about maybe unrequited love, insecurities, broken hearts. All for a house. That's what I mean. Why do people always do these things just for a house? Like you can take it to heaven. That's the house you want to be in. That's the house you want to be in. If you had a choice of living in a cardboard box on earth, and then when you leave, you get to go to heaven, wouldn't you like to just be in a cardboard box instead? Well, just behave yourself then. Because that's what you'd be in anyway. All right? Some of these bad behaved people. Looking at karmic situation, painful endings. People need to learn from their cycles, all right? Learn from it and have peace in the past, from the past, all right? Once you come to peace with it, use your intuition and let your spiritual people guide you, your ancestors, your soul, okay? Let God guide you because it's always going to be another horizon. Remember, after every ending, there's always a new beginning. Don't sit there in stress to create health problems for yourself, especially on the mental, all right? Because someone feels like they've lost piece of mental peace when it comes to the mental, all right? Or someone needs to run and seek peace for personal freedom. So take action, all right? Could be a Aquarius or a Leo person. Invest, invest in your healing. Take that time, invest in your healing. Create that peace of mind. You are your own controller, all right? Invest in that time. It takes time. Because sometimes when you invest in something, like the Seven of Pentacles, all right? Seven of Pentacles is all about building something, but you have to have patience. It takes hard work. Maybe there's delays at work or an investment, but success will come. Just have patience. Use your intuition. Maybe someone trying to get rid of the old, maybe a Taurus person for start a new beginning when it comes to a Two of Cups, okay? Because now we're looking at the passion when it comes to a Two of Cups, when it comes to soulmates, all right? We're looking for the soulmate, okay? Maybe the soulmate situation, maybe an Aquarius person was stuck in the mind about Two of Cups, okay? About promiscuity or here today, gone tomorrow. But someone is coming in very passionately, maybe a fire sign person to a Gemini person, or the thoughts or someone coming in, it could be a Gemini, with thinking very passionately now. Because Gemini, remember, it's all about I think. All right, so someone's coming in very passionately. Why? Because they got the willpower. All right, they got self-control, self-discipline. Why? Because we understand someone's looked into it while they were stuck, or they thought their hands were tied. They thought they were blinded from a secret from someone that was trying to lose their peace of mind because of material loss. All right, no, you're not stuck. Keep going. Use your intuition. All right, and that will make your sky. You've got the sky's the limit now. You're moving in willpower. Just move in willpower, okay? Yes, you had a material loss, okay? But make sure you are being honest with yourself, all right? Yes, you may have embarrassing secrets, okay? But yes, you can heal your investments, okay? You can heal the situation where you had something where maybe you invested in a Taurus person or an Aquarius person, all right? So now you're looking at choices. You're looking into things. Someone's very curious when it comes to maybe a legacy. All right, maybe at the beginning of a foundation of restarting, because someone feels like they're wounded, they've been there before. Okay, but you got the strength and ambition to go forward and do it again. Now allow your ancestor to allow it to rain down by using the tree of life, tree of knowledge, tree of wisdom. Allow your ancestor to bring down by using your intuition. All right, be loyal, okay, to the soul of self. Okay, so now we're looking at the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is all about being studious, okay, because somebody's looking into something, very curious. Someone could be spying, all right, or gossiping. Okay, we have prying eyes, but we have the blunt truth when it comes to legacies, inheritance, all right, when it comes to ancestors raining down our inheritance, okay, or reparations, what you want to call it. But we had to complete one or two loose ends, maybe with a Queen of Pentacles, maybe a Taurus person or Capricorn person. Remember, Capricorn is about I control, that I have, all right, or I have control. No, we're taking charge, all right. Someone is tying up one or two loose ends, all right, with a Queen of Pentacles, because someone feels as if they're watching you on the internet, all right, or watching your world, and they feel that you're very generous, very curious when it comes to your dreams. Could be a dreamer. Maybe you looked into your dreams, a masculine person looked into their dreams. They were a bit confused, but now they're talking to the Empress within themselves. And they feel, now I've seen a very generous, practical person. And my Two of Cups that is like, has the ability to make anything more beautiful. Someone can make nothing into something. And this person feels like you're holding like this beautiful love of life, of family and home. They feel like that's the place they can be to work with and be reliable. They feel they'll be more reliable, okay, with this choice after a confusion, illusion, delusion with someone that had lunacy, which was a Queen of Pentacles. So now you understand someone wants to come in. Maybe somebody wants to build a home with you and a family on a land. Maybe they tried to do it before, but it was based on a lie. Somebody was a gold digger. So now you're looking at someone feels like you're more practical about how you proceed when it comes to being wise. Because with the Queen of Pentacles, you're meant to be very wise with your investment. You align investment. But unfortunately, there was misalignment with investments here. So this is why someone feels a little bit wounded. They had to heal their investments. Okay, so this is probably why the Two of Cups been stuck, but there's also being passion underneath the surface of self. They may not see each other. They may be in an entrapment about investments for a legacy. So someone bring it in confusion because they want to be on top of the world. But use your intuition. All right, because the soul of the self looks like the two souls, like with myself. When I have dreams about my masculine, oh my day, those two, I call them those two, which is myself. Obviously, I can see my soul. They're so powerful. They inspire me. They inspire me so much that you can be practical. You can bring in material from your ancestors. You see things in beauty and everything. Do you understand? Your home becomes more of a light, something more like heaven on earth. Do you know what I mean? You know? Because why? You walk away from people, things, and places, okay, that have not healed, all right, or maybe people that make you lose a peace of mind. So someone feels as if they have to walk away maybe from a Scorpio person, okay, or a Taurus person to heal, or they have to walk away to say, I have, okay, I know I have to walk away, desire to walk away, to spend time, all right, to bring a peace of mind, because there's no emotion. It's all about money. All right. So this is why when it's all about money, then after a certain time, you start losing that peace of mind. Do you understand? And then your personal freedom starts to get stuck because there's no emotion. So to bring fairness, balance, and truth, someone's walking away or two, okay, to have healing. All right, because they have that desire to see themselves for that peace of mind. Someone's walking away for meditation. All right, or for a meaning solitude, okay, because someone's walking away and they're seeing the shine, the light that shines within them. So they're being an example to others. Maybe an Aquarius person is being an example to others, like a Taurus person, all right, or a Scorpio person. So now you're seeking out to become a spiritual mentor. All right, someone's coming out to be a spiritual mentor, all right, because they've done self-discovery. Maybe a Gemini person or a fire sign person, because now you see the 2 of Cups. Okay, so now we have God's spiritual love. There's lots of passion around this. All right, maybe a fire sign is looking deeply at fairness, balance, truth. They're spending some peaceful time in meditation. They're seeking the meaningful, or maybe being a spiritual mentor, because they've done self-discovery. You have to seek the truth. All right, so someone seeks out the truth. All right, that they have become a spiritual mentor, maybe. But you have to walk away from people, things, and places to see your own truth. You've got the strength. So we're looking at unconditional love, right? We're looking at the love. Maybe someone had a love for maybe materialism. So they were juggling money. They were juggling lovers, all right? Maybe an earth sign person. Someone looked into this. It was all about romance, but for strings attached. So when someone's moving forward, they're seeing a 2 of Cups. They feel like, all right, the 2 of Cups. I love this scenario. When you walk away, because someone hasn't had love, because there's 8 of Cups, never been filled with love, no emotions, it's all empty. It was all about money, all right? Or somebody was playing with someone's drinks and they had to put pills in someone's drink, so they had to go for a situation where they had to heal from that, all right? Because it made them lose a peace of mind or a personal freedom. Once you walk away, because there was no love, no emotions, watering your holy grail, once you seek, all right, that personal, spend that personal, private, peaceful time to seek your own truth, you're pouring that love into you. Because remember, it becomes 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you are fulfilled, because you can't get more than 10 of Cups. Do you understand? So now someone feels more feels more fulfilled. Why? Because their 7 of Cups was more about confusion. It was more about materialism. It was more about gold diggers. It was more about illusions, delusions, just for someone to help them have their legacy. Do you understand? So now when you walk away from confusions, illusions, and you write your dreams down, don't just look at outside of your life, look inside of your dreams as well, and bring in that balance, okay? So you can be that wounded warrior, but with the extra strength, do you know what I mean? And ambition to go forward to a different love choice where you feel you can build a legacy. All right. So now you have the 8 of Cups. Walk away from people, things, and places. All right. Invest in your healing properly, because you can't say you're healed and you go back to the same people, things, and places. That don't make no sense. That's not healing. Let's be real. You've got to be true to yourself. Do some deep self-discovery. Someone feels they've got embarrassing secrets. All right. This is probably why they're walking away from people, things, and places, because they feel like they invested in someone that has embarrassing secrets. So now they're walking away to bring in that justice. Now we're bringing in the 2 of Cups. Why? Because you poured all that love into yourself. Now you can have that balance with a love choice now. Why? Because when you pour all that love into yourself, the love flows. Do you understand? You're not forcing people. You're not spiking people's drink by putting pills in people's drink. Could be 7 to 8 years, or 7 times it's happened. But the 8th time, someone walked away. Do you understand? By the time they spiked someone's drink the 7th time, the 8th time, they walked away. They said, you know what? I realize what's happening now. I don't have a peace of mind. Do you understand? Because I'm not meant to be this way. I don't feel right. So now someone's gone off to heal. All right. They're working very hard on this. Okay. All right. Maybe someone's working too hard with too many multiple lovers and too many multiple jobs. All right. Somebody needs to seek balance. Somebody wants to seek balance, maybe with a Gemini person. So now we're looking at working. We're working on loyalty, dedication. Someone's looking at a pathway, and they're looking at a Gemini person, maybe a Sagittarius person and a Gemini person. Maybe they're working too many multiple jobs. One has too many multiple lovers, but now they want to come in and heal the situation. Maybe start a new project, all right? Because now we look like we've mastered the material of life. Maybe someone's mastered their investments now. Because you poured all the old investments away, now you have your new investment, your seed. One seed now can turn into 10, all right? That's your legacy. That's your generational wealth with a lover, all right? Maybe you'll start a new project again, and that's bringing in your justice after injustice caused by a gold digger or a feminine fatale, all right? Or a Delilah or a Jezebel. Do you understand? All right. So now you understand you have to walk away from people, things, and places to bring in your justice. Okay. Because you're doing a spiritual transformation by walking away. Somebody tried to stop you walking away. All right. Because they will focus on the negative thoughts. All right. Because they have negative feelings. All right, because now you understand the Five of Cups. Okay, there was loss, there was regret, there was grief. Somebody felt abandoned. Somebody was playing on someone's abandonment issues. So maybe someone's felt unloved all their life, but how they felt love is because materialism. People come flocking to you. Oh, you got all this, that. Oh, I love you. No, they don't. They love what you have outside, but within you, they don't love you. These are people that have lights on outside but got no lights on inside. A Queen of Pentacles. There you go. Someone wants to walk away from a Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles like to focus on the negative. Things are not what they seem. All right. Things are not as what they seem. Maybe someone wants forgiveness from you. All right. Because someone sees that Gemini person has the willpower. Okay. To be yourself, having a human experience. All right. They got self-control, self-discipline. Someone feels like you're a very generous woman. Someone feels like you have self-control. Okay. You got self-worth, self-value. Because what does Queen of Pentacles does? Queen of Pentacles, she gives. Very nurturing. She's got the goddess on. She knows her value. She doesn't stop anybody. So Queen of Pentacles tried to stop someone. So because there was an injustice, because they were looking at investments from maybe an Aquarius person, because we're looking at a loss. Maybe this person has lost their peace of mind now. Oh, well. Chin up. You want it for everyone else. 5 years, was it? Never mind. You're just begun. Emperor. All right. Now we're thinking about the Emperor has the willpower. All right. Maybe it's a fire sign person. He's done enough for what they believe in. He's the Emperor. So you try to see things in all sides of the situation when it comes to a project, all right? You will win if your position is in integrity. Integrity, all right? When you have integrity, trust me, you'll win anything. Oh, yeah, don't worry about what people say, because if you do, if you don't, if you don't, if you do, people will say something anyway, all right? Someone's thinking maybe about a friend, maybe a Gemini Libra person. Someone's thinking very heavily. Maybe a fire sign person. They're probably thinking about this love choice. They feel like there's a better way to make them feel happier. Finally, the devil realizes something. Oh my days! I didn't see that. No lie. As there's a God above, I did not see that. I did not see that. I'm just about to say Queen of Pentacles, the devil, and I swear it's there. It's always beside the Queen of Pentacles. Someone's thinking about a choice of lover, which was an earth sign person, the devil person. Now they're going to stand up to themselves against the devil. The devil's coming to an end, all right? Or maybe the devil just feels like, you know, coming off the planet. Who knows? Who cares? I don't have mercy for the devil. I don't. No, I don't. Oh, there you go. What I tell you, a devil was a choice. A devil entity was a choice for a lover. And now we're starting again. There you go. So now we have the power, the ambition, the strength to start again. Someone's going for a new love, new baby, new relationship, new proposal, new marriage, new everything. It's all right. Just pour that love into yourself. The Ace of Cups. All right. It's about self-love. Using your intuition, your psychic gift. Because what did I say? Now there's justice for the Two of Cups. Because there was injustice from a choice that was a lover. All right. So now they're probably thinking there's a better way to make you happy. Exactly. You can't go around, all right, abusing people, think it's okay, because someone doesn't have no integrity. Someone's motives is very questionable. And there's a better way to make money. Oh, the devil again. There you go. You saw me. You saw me. Devil again. There you go. It's the devil. The devil was a love choice. All right, so they're looking at a pathway, starting again. Maybe a King of Pentacles, see that he has the King and Queen of Pentacles. Maybe he sees an air sign person, very blunt, all right? Someone that has blunt talking. Maybe he talks very fast. She's the Empress, all right? Planting their own foundation, all right? Because now they've made a decision, final decision. We've had clarity about a burden, maybe on a Sagittarius person at work, because there was a conflict about lying, stealing, cheating, someone trying to do the most, trying to get away with it. Someone was a frenemy in this team. So I'm looking at the secret is out. Never mind, because guess what? The truth is here. All right? The truth is here. Now we're in the Wheel of Fortune, because someone is stuck out of the Wheel of Fortune, because now we're looking at rewards, fame, recognition, because now someone's got sparkling new ideas, starting again, because guess what? Someone's very self-sufficient. Somebody probably wants to help with their burdens, because why? They feel like the wounded warrior, but they're very happy. Maybe the Queen of Wands is looking at her wish fulfillment, but she's being very studious, maybe stalking. looking at a pathway of a foundation of someone's investments. They're going within, delaying, and now they feel like they've missed an opportunity. Maybe with a King of Swords. All right. The Devil's back. All right, my darling. Remember, walking love, talking truth. I love you guys. Bye.